You know, call me old-fashioned, but wouldn't this kind of thing usually be the job for the police? If someone's gone missing, I'd figure they'd be the ones handle it, not the army.
You ain't been in town for a while, have you, Ranger?
Hey guys, Dan here and welcome back to another video and another reaction. And today we return to End Dead Captures to be able to react to First Signs of the Infected. I hope you guys already gave a like to the original video, and without any more further ado, let's go. Click.
Hey there, campers. Hope you're ready to go camping at
One
Grim
interesting
Pines
thing
Park.
about this video is that
As
I'm
we
also
walk around the
live
park,
live
just know
streaming
that
it
we're pretty new to
because
YouTube.
this is a
So,
very
if
long
you like the
video. So I just want to
subscribe.
have a little
It'd
like
be very helpful
safeguard
for us
net
as we
to be
create
able
more
to
videos
have
like
another
this to help
save of the
expand the
video.
lore. We have recently also released a Patreon of cool new merchandise that is related to the
nice.
video, and also a new Discord server so you can communicate with us and other people within the community. Upon the release of this video, we are also taking applications within our Discord server if you want to join in on our videos.
And this video has been out for a while, so you guys still can go to their Discord and their Patreon to check out their amazing perks. Confidential video do not show to general public.
Okay. Make sure this thing is recording. Yeah. Okay, good.
Oh, it's Rick Grimes.
Good morning, class. My name's Ranger Colt, and I'll be your guide through a little slice of nature today.
They could have just called
This
him
here is
Rick.
Grim Pines Park, a fine little stretch of Kentucky wilderness that I've had the pleasure of looking after for the past, about 6 years now. It's not a bad gig, all things considered. Plenty of fresh air, peace and quiet, and some of the best damn sunsets you'll ever see. Now, the park here has been worked on since the 50s. Though this land's
If I
been
remember
around
correctly,
longer than
every
that.
single video
It
that
used
we've
to be a
seen on the
hunting
series,
ground,
it
then a
has
logging
been
site.
like through the point of
Got
view
converted
of a
into park
camera.
after folks realized it was worth
By the
preserving.
SWAT team, by
And
the
let me tell you,
the
There's
scientists,
some real history here.
by like this guy
Old
right now, like
cabins,
just
abandoned
documenting
mines,
this park.
even a few legends about creepy
Honestly,
things lurking
very
in the woods.
impressive, you know?
But mostly, it's just a nice place to get away from the world. Also, they recently allowed fishing getting within the stream and lake. You wouldn't imagine the type of fish we got in the water. Now, I know what some
Did you
of
guys ever
kids
go
are thinking.
camping to like one of
This
those
guy's
actual
out here
big
all
parks
alone
that you
in the
can
woods?
just like
Does
buy
he
a
make it
pass and you
boring?
can spend a few days
And,
into the
hey,
nature?
I won't lie. Some days drag on more than others, but there's a kind of peace to it, you know? No honking horns, no neon lights, no TVs blaring bad news every other minute.
That
Just
must
trees,
feels
the birds,
great, actually.
and the occasional lost hiker who thinks they're smarter than the map. Plus, the phone lines recently got down for maintenance in the past few days, so there's not.
You know, I actually went to a camp a few years back, and I went with my college because we went for a training program there. And there was a no phone allowed rule because we didn't have the Wi-Fi. It was a place like close to a few mountains here in Brazil, and it was amazing. The fresh air, the cold air at night, the way that we had to work around the camp to be able to get everything clean and everything usable, you know, for the next day. It's amazing. It was a great detox for me and everyone that was too much in their phones. And if you guys can, I would really suggest that you guys try to do that. Just try to spend a day without your phone if you can just take that special privilege. If you can get away from your phone and go for a walk, do it.
Not really many people calling here. Speaking of which, I'm heading down to one of our main campsites right now. We got a few groups staying this weekend. Regulars mostly, but they're good folks who know how to respect the land.
Nice.
See, part of my job is making sure everyone's
I
following
also
the
one
rules
day
in
I
this
need
area.
to watch
No
that
littering,
TV series
no feeding the
Yellowstone.
wildlife, and for the love of God, no carving your initials into the trees. You'd be surprised how often I gotta remind people of that one.
I mean, wait. I mean, to be fair, like carving your name on a tree hasn't like that been very romanticized into like the 90s with the movies, you know, where they would go into the wild, they would just carve like their names into trees, or they would carve theirs and their loved one's name in the trees. It has been romanticized, so up to this day, people do it. Honestly, just how long do they actually take to just record this whole process of just creating the environment and just walking through it? It's amazing. If one day they just choose to make a full-length movie, not by a camera angle like this, but by actual like just a camera positioning, like if it was an actual movie, that'd be incredible. Especially if they managed to do a fast-paced type of video. So far, we see a more like a
Afternoon,
control
folks.
movement.
Just a ranger doing his rounds with a camera. Make sure you smile and say hi to all the kids back in Muldra.
Kids, let me tell you something. If you ever want to make a good cup of coffee, don't make it over a campfire. This stuff tastes like charcoal and regret.
Ignore Jim.
I
He's
don't
just
drink coffee,
grumpy
but
he
I will
didn't
take
make
that
it right.
advice.
We're planning to go hiking up Eagle Rock later. Maybe try fishing before sundown. You ever take that thing up there?
Oh, the video recorder?
I almost,
no, not yet. I just
I
started
almost got my
recording this
lamp
today
down
for
to the
class.
ground.
But that's not a bad idea. Might be nice to get some footage of the valley from up top. What about you, Matt? Got any plans besides poking the fire with a stick?
Well, I was gonna rustle a bear, but since you're filming, I guess I'll just stick to roasting marshmallows.
I can respect
Well,
that too.
Fair enough. Glad to see everyone here is enjoying the place, but just a reminder like always, park rules still apply. No fires past 10 p.m. No feeding the wildlife, and if you ever see any weird tracks, let me know. You never know what's lurking out here these days.
Foreshadowing?
Is that supposed to be a joke, Ranger?
Of course it is. Mostly.
I'm sorry, it was a dead
Anyway,
joke.
I'll let you folks get to it. I'll check in again before sundown, so make sure you stay
Dude,
safe.
the way that they just animate the characters, even like the girl was not looking at him, but she still like does like this to say a little goodbye. Damn, the attention to detail is
Damn.
amazing.
That coffee did smell like charcoal.
I can imagine. And the videos always just add another layer
Now this right here,
of like what we find in
This is what
Zomboid.
I
You know,
love most
the
about the
abandoned
job.
camps here and there into
quiet
the
walks,
wilderness.
the fresh air. You really get time to think out here. City folks don't do that much anymore.
That's
Always
true.
rush from one place to another recently. Out here, it's different. Out here, time slows down.
Oh, okay. I need to point out, like, he just really passed down the feeling to me because I did the sigh and he did the same thing afterward. That was actually
Whoa.
kind of profound in a way. Nice.
Huh. Thought I heard something, but guess it was probably just a deer or a squirrel plotting world domination. Remember, kids,
Is that a
don't
reference to
trust
Rick and
wild
Morty?
animals out here just because they look
I think it
cute
is
and
a
cuddly.
reference to Rick and Morty.
If you ever been to a forest park before, chances are you've seen one of these from a distance. Tall wooden towers peeking
yes.
over the treetops. There's my tower.
It's a ranger station.
More commonly known
Ranger,
as
not
Firewatch
range,
Towers or
ranger.
Lookout Towers, but that right there, that's my office. My home away from home. That tower right there was built back in the 60s. Though it's had a few repairs over the years, that thing's sturdy as hell. It's been through storms, heavy snowfall, and I heard a rumor that even a tornado came through here one time about 10 years back. But it's still standing strong, and I love it for that.
Imagine just
Now,
spending days into
technically,
like one of
I ain't
those
the only one
like
stationed
fire
out here.
stations.
There's another tower further west and near the river, and we check in with each other now and then over the radio. But for the most part, it's just me and the trees for this little area.
I wonder like how can I know it must be I know they must have reasons, but why would they allow like these rangers to just being in almost complete solitude, for this job? I know that they would have the campers to interact with, they would have like their job to do, but it just feels like such an isolating job. If this guy gets hurt into the middle of like nowhere, no one's gonna know that he's there, right? As he said, they just check on each other once in a while. It would actually be amazing if like someone that's watching this right now worked, as a ranger, and they would be able to clarify that, like how can you even like get help in a situation of danger. I wonder if like they still have their walkie-talkies and in emergency, what are they supposed to do if like their walkie-talkie is compromised? Like they fall and they break it. I think there have been so many horror games also that portrayed a watchtower like this, a fire like a fire tower. But
All
actually
right,
being one in the middle of a
before
storm
we
must
head
be
up,
scary.
let me show you a little of what keeps this place running.
A generator.
First, we got the water supply. I've got a well nearby, but these here are backups in case that runs dry or gets contaminated. Always good to have extra.
Mm.
And you'd be surprised how fast you go through it when it gets hot out here.
I wonder if they actually interviewed or really
Next
researched
would be the
about like a
gasoline.
ranger's job
It's mostly for the generator
for
for the
like
tower,
the segment.
but it's also handy for the trucks when they come through to restock, but we don't use too much of it out here.
I wonder how much like gas that generator actually consumes. I know that he's stocked, but still. You know, they should actually wait. They should actually add that in Zomboid. If we get like range towers in the future or something like that, they should have like stocks of gasoline. This would be like a great way for people to still find gasoline and be on the middle of like the forest and don't have to rely on gas stations that are like into main towns. That would actually be amazing. Do they have that in Build 42 or something? I don't know. I don't think so.
And this beauty over here, this is my ride. It ain't much, but it gets me where I need to go. Of course, I don't use it unless it's for, like, extreme emergencies. Park rules, sadly. Gotta stick to foot patrols most of the time. So if you all were hoping
mean, at
for
least,
some action-packed,
At least if you need to walk left and right, at least you're saving to your medical bill, right? You're doing exercises.
high-speed ranger chase through the forest, I'm starting to disappoint. This thing's mostly just collecting dust until I really need it. Or, I guess if I really need to drive into town for something, like a huge emergency, but very unlikely. Alright, that's enough sightseeing for down here. Let's head on up.
I feel like the engine that they use for this is the same one that they use for Dreamcore, or at least I have the feeling, you know, it feels
Now,
very familiar.
this.
What engine
This
do
right here is
Undead
what makes
Captures
the
use?
job worth it.
Do you guys know? Can you guys tell me?
All that walking, all those bug bites, and the occasional whoops I tripped over the route. It's all worth it when you get to see this view every day.
Seems very peaceful. Then they even like put like the sound of the wind just hitting harder.
You don't get this in the city, kids. That's for sure. No car horns, no sirens, no crowded streets, just this. Peace and quiet.
Yep. I think that for park rangers, it will be the same thing for what I'm about to like to say. I have a friend that he lives into like more the interior part of Brazil, and he tells me that there it's extremely quiet. So if you're in a place that is supposed to be quiet and you hear something, then you're gonna get extremely scared. You know, here in the city we're so used to it with noise all the time that we just cherish a moment of silence. But if you're in a place that is supposed to be quiet and suddenly like there's noise left and right, there's a problem. And
You
I
know,
cannot just imagine how much that must scare
when I
like
first
one
took
person
this job,
when
I
that happens.
didn't think I'd last more than a year out here. Figured I missed the noise, the people, but after a while, this place really grows on you.
You need to learn how to
You
live
start
with yourself,
appreciating
right?
the small things, the way the light hits the trees at sunset, the way the fog rolls in over the hills in the morning. It's just something special, you know?
I'm just imagining like some Star Wars music, some very, very calm light theme, you know? Just playing
Tower
as I
2 to
watch the
Tower
sunset
7.
in this place.
Colt, you there? Come in.
Huh. Well, looks like we've got some company. Hold tight, class. Let's see who's checking in.
This is gonna... Wow, this is a very grand place. Oh, he even has a TV for old movies. At least I think it's like for old cassette
Tower 7
tapes.
here. Go ahead, Tower 2.
Hey, you been getting anything weird on your end? Had a couple of calls come in earlier and folks saying they saw something strange out near the old trail. Just checking if you saw or heard anything.
Negative. Haven't seen
So-
anything out of the ordinary. What kind of strange are we talking, though?
This is like the 7th month of the 4th day of
honestly not
1993.
sure.
I don't
One guy
remember
sounded
when
pretty spooked.
it was the other
Said he saw some
video. I know that they
folks
have the
wandering
date,
around his
but I don't
campsite real late.
remember.
It
This
didn't
is
sound
most
like other
likely
campers,
the
though,
first,
since when I went around,
like actually the
I didn't
second
find anyone
video.
extra or,
First we had like the
well,
factory
anything
video,
out of the ordinary.
then we had
He
like
said he hid in the
this
tree
video,
line, so he couldn't get
then
a
I
good
think
look
is
at them.
like the video where we
Huh.
got the SWAT going around the houses,
Probably
and
just some lost
fourth is like
campers
the
or
one that we
hikers
got
that went
with
off
the
the wrong
army.
trail. I'll take a walk down there later and see if I can find anybody that needs a hand. But
Let me readjust
you'll need
myself.
a radio back if I spot anything.
Yeah, if you could.
I already see that I'm gonna have a field day just trying to
Keep an eye
balance
out.
the audio. Did I tell you guys that I
Something
actually
feels
learned
wrong
how
with
to
these past
just
few days.
edit different tracks of audio in my videos? It feels great to be able to do that.
Don't it always?
A little bit closer
Well,
just to be safe.
There you have it, class. A little bit of excitement in our peaceful little park. Probably nothing, though. We usually get these calls, well, more common than people think. But I guess we'll find out soon enough.
And also, the work for the subtitles for a 1 hour and 11-minute video? Impressive.
Alright, so it's about, what, a little past 9 now? Decided I head out and check in on the campers, make sure everything's alright. Just a routine sweep though, so it's nothing too serious. Grabbing the flashlight, got the radio. Gonna make the round and see if everything's where it's ought to be. Should be quick. And if I see anything spooky, well, I guess I'll have the tape on for it.
He's just tempting
Okay.
fate, and we all
Let's get
know
this
that there are
over
some
with.
suspicious things happening to the world of Zomboid. I also wonder if he's gonna actually arrive there, he's gonna see the campers, or if there's gonna be something else. Since we're just about 15 minutes into the video, I think that there are gonna be much more, but we'll see. Oh, is there where the campers are with the fire? Oh, there's actually a few campfires, interesting. I thought that they would be more secluded, but no, they're actually close to the watchtower. Nice. And I need another sip of my drink. I hope I don't
Oh
bump
boy,
and bring down my...
you really feel that
lamp.
breeze. Didn't really think it'd be this cold at night in July. My God. Remember, kids, if you ever go camping overnight in a park like this or anything similar to that, bring some heavy clothing. You never know what might happen overnight. Might be a little bit too chilly for you.
And as it says that, I have an AC just letting some cold air into me. Imagine like if instead of like those extra cities that we got in Zomboid and those extra towns, which I'm not saying that they shouldn't exist, but imagine if like instead of that we got like this extremely like a big and wide like a national park in Zomboid. Just imagine like walking through the forest and having to navigate through like 1/4 of the map.
All right.
You know, just made of
heading to
like
the first camp
dirt
now.
roads and
She'll be
like
about
campfires and like
3 folks
abandoned
here.
sheds.
Saw them earlier today, so they're good people, but just checking in to make sure no one got themselves eaten by a bear or started any fires where they couldn't. But not like we have many bears out here anywhere.
I wonder if this ranger, if he's carrying a gun. I know that most likely because he's addressing a video to kids, he's not gonna mention his gun. But I think that the most rangers they walk armed, right? What is that sign? Oh, checkpoint A. Okay, so they have designated areas like that. So checkpoint A must be like a campfire A, right? Oh, look, is that girl?
Evening, folks. Just your friendly neighborhood park ranger doing his rounds. Don't mind me, just making sure y'all still breathing.
Hey, Ranger Colt. Is everything all right?
Should
Oh,
remember
come
his
on.
name. Nice.
Do we really look that helpless?
Soon, maybe.
No. Just doing my job. Keeping the peace and making sure no one's got their marshmallows too close to the fire, you know? Still, I figured I'd
Bro's
check
just
in.
been sitting there making marshmallows,
Anything
and the
weird
ranger
out here
coast still
tonight?
giving him a hard time.
Nope. It's been quiet. Just us, the fire, a couple of drinks. We thought we heard some weird noises earlier. Sounded like coughing, but it was way past the tree line. We thought it was probably you.
Coughing, huh?
Yeah, I thought it was another group of people camping out here. I swear I heard more than one. Maybe some late hikers, but
If those are zombies, this is like them addressing a horde. Because in Zomboid we have like some zombies that they are they are like guides for a few zombies. So if they walk in a certain direction, these zombies will naturally like follow him left and right, so they can stay as a group. So if there's an actual zombie that just goes and cops around and does like loud noises, that would be such like a very creative and adaptive way for why these zombies would keep following him, and why a horde would be like starting to create itself from like nothing. Nice attention to detail.
sounded kind of off.
Deadish,
You know?
you say?
Like, there wasn't just one person, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take a look at it, but if you see or hear anything else weird, just give me a holler, radio into the tower. Make sure to keep your lanterns close too, and don't go wandering off into the woods at night.
First rule to survive like
First
a horror
stop was
movie
good.
into like
No
a
fires where
camping
they shouldn't
situation,
be, and no
don't go
missing
into the
campers.
forest at night.
But
Second, don't
I
start
wonder what they mean
like
about that coughing.
smooching or like getting together
I
with
definitely
someone
wasn't out there
into
earlier.
like the campground. And three, don't go into
Could
the
be nothing,
forest
but
to
I'll
smooch.
keep an ear out.
That never ends well.
Okay, on our way to the second campsite. From my knowledge, there's only one person at this one, in which I passed him earlier. However, I didn't have the camera on at the time, so yeah. But I still gotta check in to make sure everything's fine.
Interesting way to add like new characters to the plot.
So, we have quite a bit of distance to cover to get to the second camp spot. But it is the perfect time for me to explain how you can also camp out here as well, if you want to come to Grim Pines Park and basically do what I do every day and camp under the stars. So, Grim Pines Park, we have two forms of communication for setting up reservations within the camping areas. The first one is physical. Uh, Essentially, in front of the park, which is right off the little highway, we have a little checkpoint, little barrier that separates us between the park and the main highway. And somebody's usually always stationed there to basically protect the park, but also at the same time help people who want to set up reservations for the camps. And essentially, we have a calendar out there of what spots are reserved, what spots are closed for certain days, and what days of the year we're open and closed. Because
I
we
wonder
have
how
some
many people they
holidays
get
that
to
we
camp in these
allow, and
parks
some
a year.
holidays we go. Anyway, the second form of communication is a little awkward right now, because a little bit ago we were informed over the radio that the phone lines were down for maintenance, and in which we can't really accept any phone calls at all because there's no possible way to get any. Thankfully, myself and multiple other rangers were notified about this through our radios,
No, so they
like
have
the one
radios.
you saw
Okay,
back in the
good.
tower. It would have been a perfect heads up for us if, well, we saw a lot of people come in before the holiday. However, I haven't really seen much people out here.
I also
And
wonder if
honestly, for July 4th,
they had already started like the
which is one of
quarantine,
our, well, most
you know,
busiest
of
days of the
like
year,
I
I would
think it
think
was
I'd see a lot
Louisville,
more people out here, but
and
guess
maybe
they have a
this
lot
is
more
just a
busy
town
things
next
back
to
in
it, and
town.
like the zombies are like escaping to the forest, and they don't know they are in danger, because the government tried to hide the infection. They just tried to hide so people wouldn't get scared, and the no massive panic would happen, right? Oh, there's the guy. Checkpoint C.
Hey there, bud. Just making my rounds.
Evening, Ranger. Is everything all right?
Funny, I was just about to ask you the same thing.
All's good here. Just enjoying the quiet and sitting by the fire.
Alright then, have a good night.
Dude, I don't know why, but this guy sounds so. He looks so different, you know, from the others. I don't know.
See that
He
class?
seemed to have like
That's someone
a
who
higher
knows what they're doing and
resolution.
enjoying the outdoors to their full potential. Okay, we're almost done
Kind
with
of
the
funny
rounds.
that he actually went and
There's one more stop up
just
the
talk a
hill.
little bit more with the group of like maybe young, like a youngster, maybe college students. You know, the trio back there in Checkpoint A. And still like mess with
The
them a little
camping
bit,
spot
but
we're
for
about
this
to
guy
head
they
up
just
to is
exchange
known as
like
the
two
Stargazer
sentences,
spot.
and he's like, "Now
The
that's
reason
a
it's
man who
gained
knows how
its
to enjoy
name
nature."
for this is because it is the highest point within the park that you can actually rent out for a camping spot. And in my opinion, besides my tower or the hills or mountains around us, which you can't reserve any spots there to actually camp overnight, this is the clearest spot you can look at all the stars. So I wonder who the lucky people are who reserve this, because it's actually a very competitive spot to get.
Interesting. So the ranger is giving us a little gossip. Military guy?
Hey there, sir. Just making my rounds.
Oh,
Hope I ain't interrupting.
Nah, you're fine, Ranger. Just enjoying some.
I think that I had a friend who told me that like the virus in Zomboid, he started off like with the speedos, but then he became airborne. So if this lady in the tent is coughing, is because the virus started to go around into like the air of the park. So she is infected and she's gonna become a zombie. Ooh.
Some peace and quiet.
I thought it was like the zombies already roaming around,
Not
but
a
no, it
bad
was people
spot
just
for
getting
it.
sick.
Everything good here?
Yeah. Well, mostly. My wife's in there. Been feeling under the weather the last couple of days. Bad cough.
Sorry to hear that. She doing okay? Didn't need me to radio anyone in?
Nah. She thinks it's just a cold. Told me to stay out here for a bit so I don't catch it. Guess I don't mind sleeping under the stars for a bit.
Well,
Don wants him to get a cough, makes him like sleep outside into the ground. I mean, they probably have sleeping bags, but still,
she gets
it's a
worse.
fine situation to
Don't
see.
wait too long to get her checked out. Last thing you want is for it to turn worse out here.
Yeah. If she ain't better in the next day or two, I'll pack up and head back into town.
Damn, so they have already been here for
Alright
a
then.
few days, and they will stay
I'll
like
let you get
two
back to
more
your peace
just
and
in
quiet.
case, to see
Just
if she
keep an
gets
eye out
better.
for
How
me
for how
if
long they have
you
been
need
actually
anything.
like
I have my radio.
reserving this place?
Appreciate it, Ranger. Have a good night.
Oh, we got a
Okay.
little time skip.
There you go. Sorry about that, class. Camera died and I had to put a new battery back into it, but upon doing that, I saw we have one extra camper here tonight. And if I remember correctly, came in 2 nights ago, set up a hole spread with a Big 10 unit generator. Most folks don't bring stuff like that unless they're planning to stay for a while. It's weird that I thought he was by the other tower, but Let's go check it out.
He probably was then. He's moving around, dude.
Hey there, Ranger Colt here. Just checking in on you. You around?
That would also be amazing. Just
Hello?
see like a tent with
You
a
in there?
generator close to it in Zomboid. I usually never go into the wild
Maybe he
like
turned in
side of
earlier.
the map,
Or took a walk.
but still it'd be very amazing to see that.
Whoa. Sorry, didn't mean to spook you there, Ranger.
God,
Damn,
damn
what,
near gave me a heart attack.
what is he wearing? Like suspenders
You
and a
always
jacket?
sneak up on folks like that?
Only when they're poking around my tent.
Fair enough. Was just doing my rounds, making sure everything's all right out here.
Well, everything's good on my end. Just needed to grab some extra wood before I turn in for the night. Forest is real quiet tonight.
As it always is. Well, you have a good night. Try not to give anyone else a heart attack out here.
It must be real good if he was like sneaking up on a ranger. You know, someone who's just on the forest all the time.
Alright. That's the last stop for the night. Everyone's accounted for. No rule breakers. No bears sniffing around. Just folks enjoying the great outdoors. Well, except for the guy up there with his sick wife.
You know,
Hope
actually,
she's all
the
right.
camera, the way
Might
that
check
she
in on
lights
him
up maybe
again
the
tomorrow,
gravel on the
just to
ground,
be
it just
safe.
makes looks like there's actually like a
Some
radioactive
folks might
stones on
find
the
you a little
ground.
bit
Dude.
lonely out here, but I've always liked it. Gives you time to think, time to just listen to the world around you. Whew. Well, it's time to head back up to...
You guys want to know a crazy fact about bears? I don't remember what was the park, but there is a park where people are allowed to hunt, and the bears just have been living like so long, you know, like with like the hunting going on, that some bears they simply got conditioned to just run directly to your location if they hear you fire your weapon. Because if you fire your weapon, it means that you try to hit something, you try to kill maybe a deer, and they will become because that sound is correlated to, oh, there is a dead deer around that I can get and that I can eat. So hunters they just need to be very quick. They need to kill their prey, and if they kill it or not, they need to get out of there as soon as possible because there's a bear that's most likely coming to your location to look for food. You know,
the
it's just
tower
that
and
crazy
catch
that
some
animals are that
shut-eye.
intelligent. You know.
Been a long day, and I've got another lesson to film tomorrow afternoon. Think I'll talk about the local wildlife next, and maybe show some of the old trails folks don't use as much anymore.
Oh, here's the guy that had the wife getting sick. Okay, so the jump, like the camera
Alright,
cut off
everyone.
was not like
That's it for tonight.
that big.
Hope you all learned a thing or two. Next time we'll take a look at what makes this place special. 'Cause, trust me, there's more to these woods than just the trees and trails. And no, I ain't talking about Bigfoot.
I like the way this whole thing is set up, you know, that from many spots we can see like different like references of places that we are gonna see in the video. Like, oh, we are walking to the watchtower, we can see the watchtower getting closer. We are on the watchtower, we can see like the different like camp like grounds that we're gonna visit. We're coming back to the tower, we can actually see the tower in the distance. Honestly, like
Good
a
afternoon,
great
class.
like
Hope you all got some good sleep
foreshadowing, you
last
know,
night, 'cause
like a great
I sure as
ambience
hell
for what is to
didn't.
come.
Some kind of animal was screaming real close to the tower last night, but hey, that's nature for you. And so today's lesson is about one of the special parts of the park. One not a lot of folks visit much anymore because it was just recently opened. This here is Blue Creek Trail. Used to be
Oh
one of the
yeah,
main
someone
hiking
mentioned
routes
that
back in the 70s,
the old
but
trail had
after they
something
built
weird
newer
going on.
trails, it kind of fell out of use. But these days, most visitors don't even know it's here, given its overcrowded population of bushes and grass and trees, which means it's still got that untouched wild beauty. This trail right here leads to one of the best spots within the whole park, the lake. Technically, it's Grim Pines Lake, but most folks just call it the lake, 'cause, well,
The
there
lake.
ain't another one around here. It's fed by a natural spring, stays crystal clear year-round, and let me tell you, you get out here in the morning, and the whole thing's like a damn mirror. Plus, the low river that feeds into the lake
I think I
is
never actually
crystal
went
blue.
to like
Almost
a
shines
river, you know,
perfectly
that
when
is
you
just
look
like
at
a
it,
perfect
and
mirror.
which is why the
Must
trail
be a
got its
great
name
view.
originally. There she is,
Damn.
the main supplier to the lake herself. You know, when the park opens up a little bit more, the phone lines aren't down for maintenance anymore. I bet we're gonna get a call from Central and have them get a crew down here to clear out these paths. Who knows, they might even have a low option for you to ride canoes or
We
little
actually have
rafts
a lot
down
of
this low
like
river here.
old trails into the forest of Zomboid,
Oh,
right? You
my
can
job's
just
gonna
get
get
like
so
some
much more complicated with
weird
tourists trying
paths
to ride a
and that
boat.
eventually will lead nowhere, just deeper into the forest. Having to know how to walk around the trails must be a great skill, you
Also,
know?
sorry in advance if this camera falls off while I'm on this trail. I have a little mount that sits on my shoulder for it, but the amount of
Ah,
trees and bushes that I have to walk through
interesting.
in
I
this
didn't know
trail is
that he
just
had like a thing for the
astounding.
shoulder. I
It's
thought he
bound
was
to
actually
happen.
like walking and moving around with a camera, not like maybe a shoulder camera, you know? But since he most likely is not only an agent of the park but also an agent of the law since he's a ranger, it makes sense that he's walking with a body camera. Nice. Look at that lake. That place is beautiful. And you can see
Now
another watchtower in the horizon.
that right there is a view. Always been something real special about this place. Yeah. Some of the old timers say that the water's never truly still, that even when there's no wind, the lake's always got a ripple somewhere.
A ripple.
Used to think that was just some type of spooky campfire story, but it's beautiful.
Ripple. Translation.
Well,
Oh, okay. Ripple is
anyway,
like the
I'll
waves.
be doing some rounds
Okay.
later, checking in on the
I
campsites
just learned a
again,
new
but
word today. Nice.
for now, let's enjoy the view. Now, one of the best things about this place is the
Yes?
fishing. Yeah, I know it's catch and release. Don't go thinking you can come here and haul in your dinner, but trust me, it's worth the experience. We got smallmouth bass, bluegill, crappie, even the occasional catfish
I used to
if you know
fish
where
into
to
a
look.
designated place
And
when I
let
was
me tell
younger,
you,
you know? It
some
was
of
a
these
fun
fish fight like
activity.
hell. When you get them on the line, you get a hook, and all you get is a good-sized bass. And for a few minutes, it's just you and the lake and seeing who gives up first.
Honestly, it must seem like a hell of an
Used
experience,
to be an
but
old
also
wooden
seems
dock
so
over there,
peaceful.
back when this place got a lot more visitors. Got torn down a few years back after a couple of storms knocked it loose. Now it's just the fishing, folks like me who
Is there a
still wander
helicopter
out this
coming?
way. But I'm sure they'll make a new one soon. The hell was that?
It was a helicopter crash!
Sounded like a wreck, but out here?
Yes!
Town roads are
Helicopter.
pretty far from here too, but somebody must have really lost control.
Find the smoke, find the smoke, we gotta find the smoke.
Okay, change of plans, guys. We're gonna take a little detour, see what's going on. I don't like the idea of someone being stuck out here with no help.
He's a good ranger. Is there a hiker over there? He's looking to what happened? What happened?
Ranger, what's going on?
Are you okay?
Ooh.
Did you hear that just now?
I thought it was like
Yeah,
the
we're all
people
fine.
from like
We heard something,
maybe
but we thought it was just
like
thunder or
the
just
the
like a
crash,
tree
but
falling.
no.
Alright, you guys stay put. If anything weird happens, get in your cars and head out of here. I'll check back soon.
I thought that he would instruct them to call like for help into another station. We're just gonna get like an ASMR like 30-minute like long running. Wait, it was actually a
Oh,
car?
fuck.
It was an actual car? I thought it was like a car
There's so
crash.
much
No,
blood.
like a helicopter crash.
Hello? Where did they go? What happened here?
And the car is still on.
Alright, class. First off, I gotta apologize for cutting things off further. I had to keep my focus, you know? These woods are peaceful, but every now and then things happen that need my full attention. And
Just imagine
that
if this
car
was an
crash?
actual video and
Well,
you got to see this in class
been a
when
long
you're maybe
evening.
like 12 or 13. I think that
The
the whole
car's been
class
towed
would
outta
just
here.
be
No signs
like
of the
on the
driver,
edge of the
though.
desk, you know, to hear what happens next.
No trails leading off. It's like they're just gone or left so quick. Sheriff came down though, took a look, but there ain't much they can do till morning. I figure the driver might be wandering out there somewhere, disoriented or passed out from
Damn, that
possible
actually
injuries
is
they may have gotten.
a horrible like idea, you know. Imagine someone just getting into a car accident in the middle of nowhere and they just start walking around,
Tower
you know,
7,
looking
Tower
for
2.
help and maybe not even understanding
there?
that they were in an accident. Oh, I need to sneeze, excuse me.
Yeah, Cope, I'm here. Any updates on the missing driver?
No,
Sorry.
no sign of him. The car's been towed away, but there's no telling where they ran off to. There's no blood or tracks, it's just like they just vanished.
That's damn strange. I'll keep an eye out over here. If they're still out there, they might be delirious from a head injury or something. We had an accident a few years back. A kid flipped over his ATV, wandered around hours before anyone found him. Could be the same deal.
Let me go that ATV.
Maybe.
Oh,
It is
okay.
possibly hitched a ride out
ATV.
here before we even got
Here
to
in
him.
Brazil, an ATV is
It's hard
called
to say.
a quadriciclo.
Yeah, well, just keep your doors locked tonight, all right? If they're hurt bad enough, they might try to find shelter. Maybe inside your own tower.
I don't mind company or helping out people or who are injured, but breaking in would be a hell of a first impression.
Yeah, just like that's a guy who was sneaking
I'm
up
just
on you.
saying, be careful. If they don't turn up by morning, the sheriff's gonna have to send out a full search team. Keep me posted.
Yeah, will do. Well, class, there's your lesson for the day. Sometimes nature's unpredictable. You think you've got everything figured out, but then something just doesn't make sense.
I mean, to be fair, it was not nature, it was someone, right? It was a person. Oh, this is the camera for the lodge, okay. Wait. If it's the army... If this was the army, maybe the person who was in the car was running away. Maybe he actually... Wait, if this is actually... If this is actually after the blockade, you know, like... of the... like of I think it was maybe Louisville. If this was after like the quarantine and that person just was able to escape to escape that, maybe they were looking for him. Maybe it was not a zombie, that's why he wasn't around the car. He just
Morning,
kept
fellas.
running because he was being
I can help you with?
hunted by
Good morning,
the
sir.
army.
Sorry to wake you, but I need to ask you a few questions.
Oh, yeah, sure, yeah. Just, mind telling me what this is all about?
We're just conducting a routine check, sir. There's been some concerns in the area. We wanted to know if you've seen anything or heard anything unusual in the past 24 hours. Anything that stood out to you.
Well, there was a car crash down by the old road yesterday. Driver just went up and vanished. No sign of him.
The way that the other guy who was
Sheriff
just looking
already had
around,
the
and when he
car
mentioned the
towed
car, was like,
after we couldn't find any clues where the guy went, but
and then he go back to
besides that,
just
I
looking
don't know.
around.
Is
That
there
is who they
anything
are
else by
asking.
chance?
No, that like
Strange
most likely
noises,
that's the person that
people
they are
acting off.
going for.
Look, fellas, I get the feeling you ain't here just to ask about a lost hiker. What exactly is going on? I would like to know if it's in my park.
Thank you for your time, sir. Just, if anyone does come around acting strange, it's best to keep your distance.
So it's been released. They cannot. They cannot. They fail. It's already
Good afternoon,
failed to be
class.
contained.
Unless I edited out earlier, I forgot to turn off the camera last night, and we had some unexpected guests this morning.
Honestly,
But
great thing that you
back to
forgot the
main
camera on.
job in which we're
And
gonna be doing our
props to
routine
the
checks
Undead
within
Capture
the
for
camps.
actually using that as a
Bunch of friendly folks
storytelling
over
like
there.
tool.
She'll be
You
up
know,
by
to
now,
get
so
that
let's see
juicy
what they're doing.
scene. Nice. I wonder if we're actually gonna see the campers, you know, or someone else just infected. Because if that lady who's coughing becomes a zombie, she'll most likely bite her husband, and they can go down the trail to actually go for the other campers. I don't know why I'm smiling. This is horrible, but I just love to see like the plot moving forward. I really do enjoy zombie story videos or zombie movies. Let's go have a check at checkpoint A, right? Imagine he just comes around the camp and there's... Okay. For a moment, I thought that like this shadow over here before we saw the people, I thought this was blood, and I was about to say, just imagine he arrives and they're all dead, and they truly are already all dead, you know?
Morning, Ranger.
Morning to
Where
you
is
too.
the girl? Where is
Hope
your
you all
friend?
had a good night. Are y'all down in person? Someone go for a morning hike?
Yeah, Sarah wandered off a little while ago. She was up before the rest of us probably and needed some space. Didn't say where she was going, though.
That's so. Y'all sure she wasn't feeling sick or
Not
anything?
a good sign with everything that is going
Nah,
on.
last night she was fine. Probably just needed to stretch her legs. He's been here before, so she knows the trails.
All right. Well, if she's not back soon, give me a holler on the radio. Don't want anyone getting lost out here, even if they're familiar with the place.
Will do. Appreciate it, Ranger.
Still incredible that Zomboid has just such a wide variety of like hairstyles, you know, and beard styles. It really helps to make a lot of like characters. That's right. I don't say this about Zomboid, but the amount of clothing that they have, impressive. And this is the campsite for who? Okay, checkpoint C. Oh, you guys heard something? Oh yeah, this for the guy that was just apparently a veteran around here, right? By the way that the rangers spoke about him, that's a
Morning.
man who knows
You
like
doing all right out here?
how to enjoy nature.
Yep. All good. Just enjoying the quiet.
That's good to hear. Weather's holding up nice today. Should be a perfect day for fishing down at the lake if you're interested.
Huh. Might just do that. Figure I'll enjoy the peace while I can.
All right, well, holler if you need anything. I got my radio on me too if you need to call. Otherwise, I'll leave you to it. Oh, I forgot to mention, we also have some good news about our missing driver. We have a possible confirmation on the person's identity, in which it is a hunter. However, we still don't know where they are. One of the police had radioed in and had stated they were headed the plates of the car to a location within Muldra. However, when they got to the residency of the house, it was, well, abandoned in a way. He stated that the house was like, well, torn up and just beaten down. There's some blood on the side, but we don't know. He probably stated it was a normal thing for hunters since the house he went to wasn't like one of the normal ones you see in a suburb where everyone's close. This was like a house that was by itself in the woods, like the
cabin.
ones out here, for example. There's not many neighbors, but a person, or the hunter, had owned a lot of land around him, so I guess he just pointed a house by himself so he could basically hunt in peace. But he did see that there was a lot of footprints around, so probably a lot of other people there were looking for him as well, probably family members or something like that, but we have a good confirmation of him now. So hopefully we can find him and, well, ask what happened.
So we possibly got another like a gun in the park right now. I don't know. My mind always like works to try to
Hey, bud.
just make the
How's your
inventory
wife
of
doing
people
this
that
morning?
would have access to such things. You know.
Still coughing. I told her to just rest. Still hoping it's just a cold, but yeah, I'm giving her space. It's gotten a little bit better though.
All right. Well, if it somehow gets even worse, there's a clinic about a few miles away from here in Muldra.
I'm surprised they don't have like
I
a
can write you
resident
in a
medic,
lift
you
if
know,
you need it.
like in a
Nah,
park.
she'll be fine. We don't need a helicopter to pick us up and bring us to a clinic. All she needs is some rest.
All right. Well, I'll check in later. You take care, all right? Oh, and also I have my radio, so if something ever happens, call in, okay?
Do you guys actually know people like this that if someone's getting cold, like sick like this, a few days in a row in the middle of like nowhere, would you guys simply just say, yeah, just let her rest, she's gonna be okay, just give her another day, you know, like in the middle of the forest? I don't know, I would most likely take her to somewhere.
Huh.
What?
I guess the guy left last night.
Oh, the creepy guy? Oh, this is the guy that he said that, oh, I thought he was by this
All right,
tower.
class. After finishing routine checkups with the campers, we are now going on to our nice little adventure, which brings us to another trail. Now, this trail's not the same one as before, where it was leading to the lake. This leads us to somewhere completely different, but had to be shut down for years because, well, too many people took it and came into contact with wildlife and just kept messing with them. No, I ain't out here breaking the rules just for fun or to make a perfect video for you guys. The main purpose to go on this closed trail is to keep an eye out for that missing driver from the other day. No one's seen him yet, and the other towers haven't radioed in that someone turned up at theirs. But I'll be damned if I let someone get lost out here or hurt without at least checking places folks tend to end up. There it is, one of the oldest caves within Green Pines Park. Now, thinking about it, it's probably the main reason why the hiking trail was closed.
If we had the
Given
like
if a
actual
hiker was
caves in the
going
middle of
past it
nowhere
at
in
the time
Zomboid
when it
like
was
this, this
open,
would be so cool.
and whatever
I know that
animal
now
was
we're getting
sleeping
basements
inside
in
saw
built
it
for
and
it
got
too, so
agitated.
imagine the possibilities.
Who knows what could have happened? I'll have to be careful when I get next to it.
Imagine if there was a bear. Imagine
Hello?
Imagine a zombie
Someone in
bear.
there? Now's the time to speak up if you're in there.
Oh, a lot of bones. Probably a bear, right?
Figures. Can't imagine anyone from the crash making it out here, but I had to check. Well, I didn't really have anything else for my schedule today. Showing you guys the cave and, well, the little lost trail here was pretty much my agenda, but I guess I have to think of some other things to do to help spice up the moment. I think a good place to start would be cleaning up that blood that was left from the car area. They did tow it away, which that's perfect, but there was still so much blood there. In which, as rangers, if we see bones or blood like that, usually we just leave it to the wild, since, well, it's just nature. But given the quantity of it and the basic freshness of it, I'm afraid it might attract some unnecessary animals, so I'll probably have to get a few buckets of water to clean that up. Don't want it to scare the people walking
Now
in
that I'm
here as
thinking
well.
of it, imagine if like this whole thing that I'm commenting for the past hour is just like my mind tricking me into thinking, oh, like look,
Well, ain't
soldiers.
that something?
I'll say it later if I remember, but let's see what this is on about.
Well, look who it is. Afternoon, mind you.
Sergeant Walker. Can't say I expected to run into your boys out here. You on a little hiking trip?
Not exactly. We're doing some training exercises out here. Basic wilderness navigation, survival drills, that kind of thing. Figured the park was a good place to do it.
Sure.
And I'm guessing that has nothing to do with the missing driver from the crash the other day?
Well, since search and rescue is a part of our skill set, we figured we'd use this opportunity to help out, considering it the training out with a purpose.
As long as your men
Dude,
don't get
if-
lost in the
if
woods
the
where I need
army-
to find them, I don't
If
mind
the
a
army
little
comes
extra
like
help.
searching for
woods are
something,
big enough
and the
as
next
it
day
is.
they're doing some
It's
exercise
easy to
drills
get
in the
turned
same
around around
spot,
here if you don't know what you're doing.
something's up. They're looking for someone.
Don't worry, Ranger. We'll stay out of your way. We're just doing our part to make sure no one's laying in a ditch somewhere.
You know, call me old-fashioned, but wouldn't this kind of thing usually be the job for the police? If someone's gone missing, I'd figure they'd be the ones handle it, not the army.
You ain't been in town for a while, have you, Ranger?
It's been a few weeks, yeah, but not exactly a short drive either. Been a good 15 miles out from main roads, and the phone lines are down, so I can't talk to anyone from it. But why?
Let's just say the police are a little tied up right now. There's been a lot going on in town, and their hands are full dealing with other problems.
I imagine there's a lot going
More
on.
important things than some poor bastard wandering off after a crash.
Well, ain't that just great?
Wait, you guys remember like the video that we got with the military people going to town to kill some zombies?
Man,
They were going through a forest,
been a
so
hell of
maybe
a
they were
few
going through the
days,
park
huh?
to go back into like the city.
car
Maybe.
crashes, missing drivers, soldiers marching through the woods. Now, feels like the whole park's got this weird energy about him. Something's off.
Good thing that you know.
I can feel it. Ain't like this place to be so restless.
Is that light down there like the military searching for something? And notice that this night there's like no sunset. There's a lot of clouds.
Is someone there? I need help.
Oh, how long do we still have? Okay, we still have like about 15 minutes to see everything go to hell.
This is Ranger Colton, Tower 7. Where are you located?
I don't know. I was camping near the other tower. I thought I knew the trail, but I can't find my way back. And there's... Oh, God. There's something in the woods. It's been following me. I don't know what it is, but it's fast. It's not an animal.
Alright, listen to me and stay calm. Need to find trail markers. There should be some
Dude,
orange
they
ribbons
really
tied to
should do a
trees
zombie
or
movie
signs nearby you that are on the
that
trail.
just
They'll lead you back towards
tells
the
stories
fire
like
watch
this,
towers.
you
Do
know?
you see any?
It'd be so cool.
Yeah, I see one. Oh, thank God. Okay, I'm moving.
Good. That's good. Keep following them. One at a time you'll see signs that lead towards a tower. Make sure you stay on the trail, and whatever you do, don't go off the trail.
Oh, God. It's getting closer.
Don't stop and keep moving, slow and quietly. Just get to the next marker, alright?
You gotta
I'll
know how
turn
to
on the
sneak
tower
a
lights so you
Zomboid
can
if you
see me
want to
further away.
lose the zombie. I think you...
There, I turned on the tower lights. Are you able to see them? Sir, do you copy? Are you there?
What the fuck are these things?
Yeah, those are the military. I thought it was just a run by the military.
Stay back.
What the hell is going on out here?
There's a horde in the forest. Just imagine you're camping to the forest and then you just hear like the gunshots and like the machine guns just going off, you know? And that is just gonna trigger more zombies. I really hope you have a gun, Ranger, because you're gonna need it very soon. Oh, the other two went missing.
Alright, listen up. Something's out here. Might be a wild animal, or even worse. Either way, I need all of you to start packing up and head to your cars. You'll be safer there.
But Ranger, Sarah hasn't come back yet.
Where's the other guy?
What? Fuck.
Where's the other guy?
Okay.
Where's the
I'll
marshmallow
find
guy?
her. You guys just get packed and get to safety.
Okay, maybe he was just sleeping. Shouldn't you go the other way, like for the other camps? There's something really bone chilling to just see like these videos where you would expect some music to be playing in the background to just try to like set the vibe, but actually just hearing someone running with the camera and seeing like the entire road that is going without cuts really is something
Freeze!
different, you know?
Oh, fuck, it's just you, Ranger. They're all dead. All of them. We just kept shooting them, but they never went down.
Gotta shoot
We
in the
weren't
head.
told. We weren't told anything.
Listen,
Why people
just
never
listen.
tell the army what's going on,
get
you
to the
know, before
watchtower
just sending
and stay
the
there.
soldiers?
Do not stop for anything. Lock the door and wait for me, you understand?
Yeah. Yeah. See,
Hopefully he's not bitten, but having a soldier with you, this is huge for the zombie apocalypse. You guys see that he had like, I think it was a SPAS 12? That gun is packing something that can just annihilate a few zombies at a time if he gets the shot right. Oh, can you hear the zombie? Oh, because the other guy, he went fishing, so he was probably caught off. He was probably like attacked by the zombies.
Where the hell is everyone?
Soon they will find you, Ranger. Wait, was that blood on the ground? I just hope it doesn't fall and like let the camera break. I also wonder like how many. Oh, there was blood. There was a lot of blood. Is he gonna find the
Ma'am,
zombies?
Is your husband all right?
Yeah, oh yeah, there it is. And there they are.
What the fuck? Ma'am, stop right there. I need you to stay where you are.
They're here.
Ma'am, can you not hear me? I need you to stay Oh my god. Stay back.
He has a fucking
Said
double
stay back.
barrel? Or is like is he actually carrying a shotgun since like he's going around and he has to face off bears? Okay, at least he was smart enough to be able to run and get out of there. And there's a guy. No, actually there's more of them. Ah, dude.
Fuck. Where's the camera?
Oh, please don't let me know that you're gonna die because you let the camera fall. Okay, good. Just keep going.
What the fuck? What's going on here?
They're just gonna like start attracting them to you if you keep shooting. Please don't shoot. Just go back to the tower. Really, just like in this environment, it would be great for like a 10 episode like a zombie series. We'd have the ranger, we have the soldier, we would have most likely the quiet guy that was just like minding his own business and had a big tent. We'd have like the two campers that are still here. We probably would see like the zombie girl like after a few episodes.
Why are you still here? She's following me up to the tower. We'll barricade them.
Yeah, there's zombies too.
Oh, fuck.
Honestly, not being able to discern from a zombie, like in situations like this, is actually scary. We know that they're zombies because of the eyes and other factors. But, take for example a scene from like Dawn of the Dead. As soon as like they're getting to the mall and they're trying to get the door open, and then there's like that Asian dude into like the black tank top just normally walking. And as he looks to them, he just turns around and you see that he's a zombie. That must be so scary. Oh, and the generator is gonna make noise, and they're gonna be attracted to the tower too if they get close. No! Let's see if the soldier is here.
Fuck. Fuck.
Close the door, barricade everything, try to contact the other towers.
They're everywhere out there. What the fuck is happening here?
Oh,
Wait.
the soldier was here.
Wait.
You see the shotgun? He's
You got a
here.
radio, right? Military grid? What we need out here is the military. I don't know what's happening to all the campers, but it's so fucking bad. You need to call for backup. Can you do that? Fuck.
He has been bitten.
Yeah, I can do
You see the blood, he has been bitten. But he doesn't know. They didn't tell them anything.
This is
Like he
Private
said.
Reynolds from the National Guard Training Division.
Oh, how are they already here?
Park. Requesting immediate evac.
I feel so bad for this ranger.
Of our infected in the area. Repeat.
God.
There's like that camper, like
What
blonde guy.
happened to all of you?
The extraction. Over.
There's the girl.
Hello?
There's like a soldier.
Someone there.
that, Private. This is Eagle 1. ETA, 3 minutes. Hold your position. Over.
I didn't think that it would get actually a response.
Okay.
Don't die, Private. Don't die.
Yeah. Just a few minutes. Just a few minutes. That's all we need to do.
He's not gonna make it. We're not seeing his eyes. Oh, come on. Come on, Private.
What's wrong? What's hurting?
Come on, usually it takes a few days for the infection to take over, but maybe that's just with the people that are actually more resistant to it.
I know it feels good.
Hold on. I might have some medical supplies in here. Okay, bandages. Yeah, look, pain suppressant, something. Come on.
How like a ranger would not have medical supplies in this?
No.
There's
No,
gonna
no,
be
no,
one
no.
of them as soon as you look
Stay
at him
with me.
again.
Stay with me, man.
Oh, actually, my father had a camera like that. Get the gun. Get this pass. And he's one of them. Get the shotgun.
What the fuck?
Get the shotgun is right there. Get the
happening?
shotgun. You have it ready for the shotgun. Nice. Carl.
Back.
You motherfucking piece of shit, gangbang cocksucker.
Just freeze.
He loaded that too.
So, bitch.
Don't tell me you got bit. Don't tell me you got scratched.
Shit.
Just 2 shots?
No more ammo.
I hope that the helicopter can make its way soon. The windows are holding so far.
God.
You need to
Why
check
the
for
fuck
ammo.
Did you have to make me do it? What the fuck is happening here? It doesn't make any sense. Everything was normal just a few hours ago. Now this? God. I really wish I could have saved all of you. But I just don't know what's
There's a
happening.
gasoline can right there. Why are you focusing so much on that with the camera?
If only we knew.
Oh, here's the helicopter. Are the zombies gonna start going away? Get down. Get down. Honestly, great props to the guy in the helicopter. There was some amazing aim. Not a single window like shattered. Don't get shot by the helicopter. Don't get shot.
Ranger, have you been bitten?
What? What do you mean?
Have you been bitten?
How can he actually hear it?
I mean, yeah. The soldier inside, he, I don't know what he did, but it's just a scratch. It's nothing.
Okay. Stay still. We'll pick you up.
Oh, I thought they were just gonna shoot him right then and there. Oh, I was imagining that he was gonna get shot. I knew it. I thought, okay, just imagine like here's the and then he just gets gunned down as soon as that happens. Ah, dude. Let me see. Will there? Oh wait, we still got a few minutes of like 2 minutes of like extra content.
The concept
Ooh.
behind Grim Pines Park comes from the idea rooted within Project Zomboid.
I
That
I
brought
already
people
love like
so
this
isolated from civilization
this ending.
that they would have no clue about the outbreak as it unfolds. We built our story around the park ranger stationed in his beloved Forest Park, a
Poor guy.
hotspot for both locals and tourists looking to camp. With the phone lines going down in early July, most people wouldn't have known of what was happening in town unless they had access to high-powered radios, something a ranger might have. This created an eerie sense of isolation and growing tension as the outside world slowly collapses, creeping closer to those who are completely unaware. While Grim Pines Park isn't an official location on Project Zomboid's map, many of us on the team had visited Kentucky and have found the idea of a secluded park to be a perfect fit for the game's world.
Nice.
With existing in-game ranger vehicles and equipment as inspiration, we felt compelled to bring this vision to life. We've also taken community feedback into account, refining our assets to better reflect the 1990s. As shown in the video, our soldiers have been completely redesigned and modeled, and weapons have been adjusted to include era-appropriate choices like the N16 and SPAS-12. To help further ground Grim Pines Park in the world of Project Zomboid, we've placed it on our map positioned in the dense forest to the south of Muldra. If we ever do a server, we will include it within our map.
Nice.
Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video, and make sure you stay tuned because for the next one, you might need a birthday invitation.
I remember that there was like a voting to like the YouTube channel about like what they should do, and people were voting, and there was I think some allusion to having like a birthday party in the day of the outbreak. But honestly, like once again, and that captures. Thanks so much for allowing me to react to these videos. And I hope you guys didn't mind, but I also did this video, if you're watching on YouTube later, on like as a video format. I am also doing this while on a live stream, so just to be safe, I wouldn't have like any problems with the recording. Because there have been some power outages recently, especially in the last 2 days, so I didn't want to risk this recording to just be corrupted. So once again, thanks so much for everyone who watched this far, on the stream or on the video. Be sure to go to the original video, always linked down below, and give a like to the original video because these videos are incredible in the quality that they've been given. I never expected to see like a full like series of videos of Project Zomboid set up like actual movies. So great job. And I hope that all of you have been great. And until next time, bye. See ya. Have you considered becoming a patron or a member of the channel? Links down below.